Hey everyone, welcome and thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be showing a real easy way to make headliners. So easy that you'll probably say, so simple. I'll be showing how I do both stock and custom style headliners, so stay tuned. To start things off, I'll be using Silly Winks foam, and I get it right at Hobby Lobby. To get the size I'm going to need for the headliner, I normally place the foam right on my roof, and then I just press in a couple marks, leaving it a little oversized, and then I fit it on the inside and trim up where I need so it's a nice fit. Here it is before I've completely trimmed it down, just getting it slowly fit in to the inside of the roof. I had first cut this one in just a simple rectangle, but I decided to add the side flares for a better fit. I just traced my already fitted headliner, but this time cut it out with the flares on the back side. After a little finesse and a little extra trimming, I got it fit the way I like it. Now I'm taking it back out to add the seams and stitching. I always do a search for the vehicle I'm working on in hopes that I can find a couple shots of the original headliner so I can see the design for some reference pictures. To add the seams into the headliner, I'll be using my ruler and this clay working tool that I got in a set from Hobby Lobby. Here I'm just starting to press my seam lines in. I just put my flat edge where I want my seam to be, and I run over it 2 or 3 times, lightly pressing down, and it presses the seam line right in. I'm spacing each line out looking at the pictures because they're not all the same, so it doesn't need to be perfect, but it's fun to try and make it look realistic. On a lot of these headliners towards the back, the lines are a lot closer together because of the back curve. After that, I'm coming back with my saw blade to press in all my stitch marks. Here's how the headliner looks done and put back in. Now, you do not want the foam to come all the way up to the windshield or the back window. If you notice here, I got about a 2/16 gap before the glass and the foam meet. The reason for this is it's a buffer zone. If you put the foam all the way up to the glass, you're going to see a big chunk of foam right there in your windshield. You don't want that. If you leave it 2/16 back, from any perspective that you're looking into the vehicle, front or back, it's going to look right, it's going to look smooth, and it's going to look nice. Now, the easiest way I found to glue these in, instead of taking it all the way out, putting the glue on, and putting the headliner in and trying to line it up real quick, because The glue dries really fast on this foam, which is nice, but you don't have time to reposition it, so you gotta know how to work with it. What I found works best is after I get it exactly where I want it, I press down on half of it with my thumb to hold it in place, and I just fold one side over and glue one side at a time. After I've glued that side down, then I can flip it over and glue the other side. It stays exactly where it's supposed to be, and there's not a mess with the glue. After I have my headliner all glued in, I come back with matching color paint and do the sides and the pillars coming down. And here's a look at how the headliner looks when it's installed and the car's all put together. Remember, after you get the car all put together, nobody's going to know there's a 2/16 inch gap except for you and me. You can follow the same process and make these headliners easily for anything. For example, here I'm making one for a 60 old station wagon. Also, if you're wanting it a different color than what foam comes in, you can paint it. I've painted many to color match with Createx, and where you would paint it is right before you glue it in. After you've done all your pressing, you have your lines all where you want them. The last step, right before you glue it in, that is when you would paint. Next, I'm going to be showing a diamond pleated and button style headliner. I start by pressing one line in diagonally across the headliner. Then I come back with my ruler and I make a mark every 1/4 of an inch from that line. Next, I'm just going to come back and finish the line for every mark. After that, I did another diagonal line for a centering line, and I'm doing the same process just the opposite way, putting a mark every 1/4 of an inch. And then I finish out the line for every one of those marks, making the diamond pattern. Now, after all the diamonds are pressed in, I'm coming back with this round tool that came with my clay working tools, and I'm just going to press at the intersection of every diamond and twist it, and that's going to give me my button look. After that, I did the same process on some sail panels I made, and this is how the headliner will look when it's finished. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a lot of fun working with the foam. I have some other videos where I do some interior foam work. I'll leave the links if you're interested at the end of this video. I want to thank all you guys for watching, and also let you know that I got some real fun projects coming up. Some more how I do it videos coming up, and some really cool builds. So stay tuned. Until next time.